Product research is one of the most important, if not the most important part of this e-commerce business. Finding the right types of product will increase your chance of success with Facebook ad. In this video, I am going to cover the exact product research process that we are following for this case study. I'm sure you will find many advanced hacks from this video that many gurus won't reveal. So don't skip any part of this video and watch till the end.
So before starting any product research, you must be aware of some of the characteristics of the products. So some of these are must-haves, which means you should look for all these characteristics that your potential products should have, and some of the characteristics that are nice to have, which are not mandatory, but if you find those characteristics, which is an additional benefit. So what are those characteristics? For our project or this case study, we are focused on these 6 must-have characteristics. So what we suggest that when you look at a product, you always think of these 6 characteristics of this product and try to relate how this product is meeting the criteria of these 6 points. Okay, so what are these 6? Number 1, it should solve a problem or improve present condition. So what I mean by that, whatever the product you are selling, because we'll be mostly selling on social media, so there people we have to find or offer something which is attention grabbing, or like it's a solution to the any problem. So it can be as simple as cutting your nails to your improving your cars or accessories or whatever be it is. Try to think of when you look at a product, always think what's the problem behind it. So don't judge the product by any amount or the price. Just think think about the solution. So that's number 1. So every product we will be selling or we will be adding for our portfolio should give some sort of a solution. So now second thing was about solution is the solution should be big enough. Okay, so whenever somebody sees the product, they should immediately be attracted to that solution. Okay, for example, so what I mean by this is sometimes you may think that okay, that's a good solution, but how big this solution is, or how ridiculous, how smart this solution is. Okay, for example, I can give you an example here. Is one product that came out and did very well is nursing pillow. So definitely it's a product for the parents or new parents. So what problem it solves is that it helps the breastfeeding moms to hold their baby underneath their arm. So they don't need to have just put all these hands behind underneath the baby, and they can relax their arms and shoulders. Okay, so see, this is the problem this product is solving, and this is a big problem because every single mom who is breastfeed their baby, they know that yes, they feel this type of pain, and whenever they see the solution of this nursing pillow, they will be immediately attracted to it. So that's what we call is a big solution. So another small solution is that maybe a kind of shoe, so which is for winter, so it will keep you warm. So it's a solution, but there are a lot of winter shoes available. Okay, so it's not like that you are the only one that's solving that problem. It's not that unique compared to our previous example of nursing pillow. So I suggest that you look for this depth or the implication or the seriousness of this solution. Now number 2 is high perceived value or high margin. That's also crucial. This is another important thing. Remember I said that these products we'll be finding should have all these characteristics. If they miss any of these criteria, then we'll drop that product and will not pursue further with this product. Okay, so that means that if even it's a problem solving product and if it does not have a high perceived value, then we will have to drop this product. Okay, so what I mean is high perceived value is when somebody look at the solution in this case of nursing pillow, then don't know the price of this product. Okay, so when you sell common products like a shoes or a dress, they have a set parameter of the price of this product. But when you come up with unique solutions like these or these products, even though nursing pillow is older solution, it's not a best example for 2020. By high perceived value, it immediately helps you to sell this product at a premium price. So when you look at a product, you can think of that whether it should be is it a high end product or not. Maybe it might be a smarter solution, but if the products or the market is not ready to pay this much amount or higher amount, so then in that case you cannot be successful with this product, with not with dropshipping business at least. So high perceived value is a important criteria, high margin. So that relates to the product criteria number 3, which is high ticket item. When you have a high ticket item, definitely it will come with a high margin. High margin products is maybe a nursing pillow you can buy for $10-15, but you can sell it for $60 or $70 or more, depending on the market where you are selling. There should be a big margin and big enough margin. So if you sell like $10 products or $10-15 products, you will definitely not have enough profit. So if your product cost is $5 and you're selling it for $10, $20 or $25, that means you are looking at $10 to $15 profit per product. But when for Facebook, you have to remember that a cost per acquisition, which CPP or cost per purchase, usually gets higher and higher with the growth of this store. So CPP goes higher as the products reach out to more people, and you cannot scale so with the low ticket products. Okay, so definitely aim for high ticket products. Definitely we prefer that it should be around $50 or more at MRP. So even though you might find it for $7-10, but if you feel like that this product can sell for $50 or more, or then definitely that's another characteristics of the product. Okay, so now this third and fourth is attention grabbing and wow factor. Like I said, the solution should be attention grabbing and big enough. Like winter shoes, everybody is aware of this solution, and there is nothing innovative in it. But when you look at the nursing pillow, that's an innovative solution, and whenever somebody sees that product ad in their newsfeed, they will be immediately amazed or attracted. So if your product miss these key features, then it will fall short with these. You will see that you'll see CTR is increasing, your CPM is increasing, because people are not attracted to that product. So attention grabbing factor should be another major criteria for our product selection. So number 5 is not saturated yet. So what I mean by that is, even though this might, like what I was saying a few months earlier, even though the solution is great, but it's an old solution, the product already exists in the market and has been in the market for last few years or so. So if there is a saturation, in that case there is a big chance that the solution has been offered to a large enough audience already, and you cannot be successful, and you are too late for the market. So we'll dive more into this saturation and high ticket items thing. I'll show you some statistics and the maths on how you can definitely be sure that your product is worth pursuing. So we'll check some of the sites and the issues to find how the saturations. Now the sixth and but most important is that no trademark or not restricted by Facebook. This is very important when as a newbie, it's very easy to overlook, but this is very important because you definitely don't want something which is a trademark of any company or any other brand, or the product is not restricted by Facebook. For example, you should be staying away from anti-aging type products, or maybe skin cosmetics or something fairness items. All these things are even though you can get away for time being, but Facebook will eventually catch you and suspend your ad account. So be very aware of these characteristics, and so keeping this, so be very aware of these characteristics. So I suggest that when you look at these products, remember all these 6 points and relate those products, and try to relate those products with these characteristics. Now moving on to next characteristics which are nice to have. Number 1 is available video for demonstration. So like I was saying with the nursing pillow, if the product you find is, you should be thinking that whether how should we demonstrate this solution to the target audience. So in some cases you'll find that the product already has some demonstration video, maybe on Alliexpress or YouTube or so, or even though it's not there, you can buy a sample and create your own video. But available videos is a plus, because then you can take those videos and create your own version by mixing those videos and adding more text and layers. So that's another thing which is nice to have. And the second is the female domination. Yes, you know that social media is all about drawing attraction. So historically females are more attracted to shopping and the products than men. So if your product is female dominated, that's better, but it's not that absolute mandatory. Men's products are also doing crazy in drop shipping, so you can also definitely go for men's products, but I suggest you, if you're starting, female dominated products or female centric products tends to do well. Okay. And third is upward spike in Google Trends. So that's another important thing, which is an upward trends by me is that what I mean by that is the products should be in demand, or the overall niche. It's not like the product. For example, if I go to Google Trends, and as for the example, I'll be typing the nursing pillow here to see whether this product is in demand or not. And to verify this demand, make sure you select United States and always search for the last 90 days. So here, so what we are doing is 90 days. The logic behind is to see whether this product is currently on the rise, or whether this is a hot product for this season or not. So whenever you come up with a solution, you try to find the generalized name of that product and come here and search for this product and see. So what we want to see here is an upward spike. This is not the best example because the spikes are very random and it looks like it's trending down here. So even though the product solution is good, so we'll definitely have to cross check whether this time is it's a good time to sell these items or not. So our ideal product will have an upward or J-type shape curve. So we'll be looking at those types of items. Let me see if I can find any random gauges as we talk, like beanie maybe, even though it's already the end of winter. So here we go. See, this is the declining curve. So even we find that a beanie, which is a special type, you will not be selling. I don't suggest that you should be going after this product, because you see that season is almost over, the demand is also drying up. But if you could see this product at October or November, see, this would be an ideal time for selling this product. So in this case, you could make a good money, you could do well with this type of product during Q4. So seasonality is something you should be checking, and definitely this is not the best case to look for. So coming back, upward spike is preferred. Number 4, not available in stores or Amazon. So that's also another important thing. So this is how you will understand that this product is not available, because every single item we see is available on Amazon. But when you go to Amazon, what you do is do a search for your product and see the number of reviews of the existing items. So if you see that the numbers of reviews are very short, or there are no reviews, that's a good sign that the market is not explored yet, and it's an untapped market. And Also, regarding availability of stores, when you see the product, you should think that you should ask yourself that whether how common this product is. When somebody sees this product, they will definitely have to relate that, oh my god, this is not something I cannot find. I should definitely grab it from this website because I don't know what exactly or where exactly I can find this product. Okay, so that's also another thing. And the number 5 is not fragile and easy to ship. That's another thing we'll be looking at. So for example, products with like electronics or maybe with glass or fragile items, we definitely not recommend going after those products. Also liquids. So I have seen from my experience that these products actually easily break or they just deshape or tends to get a higher return because of not being in good shape when they reach at the customer's house. Okay, so that's another headache. So this is something you should be staying away from. So anyway, these 5 characteristics are nice to have. So from this discussion, you can see that you should, before starting this product research, these criteria should be sticked in your head. You should always be thinking from all the way around, not just looking at a product from one way. Okay, when you memorize all these things and remember all these criteria, then you can start your product research. But before that, another important thing is finding the product margin, right margin. Yes, that's also you need to know before you start diving into the products research. So what is it? So by finding the right margin, I mean is there are 4 aspects you should be aiming for each product. So even though not many gurus talk about this important thing, but you should definitely be doing your homework before even you start your looking for your products. So first of all, you should know your sourcing cost. By sourcing cost is if you are doing drop shipping, obviously the cost will be your product cost plus the shipping amount you're paying. And the second is your profit margin plus profit amount. This is also important. Sometimes you see that profit margin is 50%, but the profit amount is only $5, because if you buy a product let's say for $10 and the 50% margin would be $15. So if you're selling it for $15, then definitely you're making 50% margin. But what's the product margin profit amount? It's only $5. So even though margin is higher, but the amount is smaller. So definitely you should be aiming for higher margin and higher amount. Break even ROAS, that is also something you should know, because that's also important. Figure it's also come in handy when you start doing your Amazon, running your Facebook ads, because ROAS, break-even ROAS will give you a clear idea whether you are making money or not. And also target CPP, cost per purchase, is very important, because you see, when you know your margin, you know how much you can afford to pay for each purchase. So now I have a spreadsheet for that. So let's hop on to that and see how we are actually tracking these products margin. So here we are. You can see here I have created some columns and kept some fictitious products price here. So if you let me illustrate this example with some fictitious number. Okay, so let's say your product, you can write down your unit cost or shipping cost. That will come that will summarize your final COGS by air. So you can also write down your direct purchasing cost. This is your COGS or cost of goods sold, and this is your order fulfillment fee. By order fulfillment fee is this is and something you should be, this is also important, because when you scale up, you definitely would want to store products in that native country. So if you are using a local shipping, so that price, order fulfillment price, will also need to be calculated within your cost. So but if you are solely relying on drop shipping, because and start at the beginning, you can consider COGS is your to overall cost, because the product will be shipped directly from China to your customer's house, so there is no other shipping involved. In that case, you can leave this field blank. Next is credit card fee. This is also important for especially for people who are doing drop shipping outside of US, because you cannot, most of you will not be able to use Shopify payments. So in that case, Shopify will charge you 2.9% probably, or another extra 30 cents, and there will be other 2% or 3% for the external credit card processor that we'll be using. So roughly you can consider that around 6% of this, your margin, will be taken away by credit card fees. So that is also important. So in our formula, this is the fee this is basically 0.65%. You can see here of this MRP. So if your MRP is $89, that means your credit card fee is 5.89. So this is profit and profit margin, ROI, break-even, ROAS, and CPP. So now let's do an example pricing strategy. So let's say if we are buying a product for $15. Okay, and from my initial discussion, obviously the product's price, the perceived MRP should be higher. So if we are looking at, let's say, if we price these products at $40, now let's see what happens. We can see that our credit card fees being $2.6, our profit, which is equals to MRP minus all these three fees, final COGS, order fulfillment, and credit card fees, which leaves with $22 in profit. And the margin is automatically calculated, which is 56%, which if you don't know what is profit margin, how to calculate it, it's simply divide your profit divided by MRP and multiply that by 100. That comes with 56%. Now ROI is 149%, break even is 1.79, and max CPP is something which is tricky here. Now before let's see what are our numbers. So our profit is $22.4, our margin is 56. That means technically we can afford to pay $22 per sale. That means $22 is our break-even point. So is it a good number or bad one? Still, I suggest that $22 per cost per acquisition is not that strong enough. You should be aiming for a profit of $30 or $40 or more. That means, because when you run ads to tier 1 countries, their cost per click, cost per acquisition, everything is high, and when you scale these ads, you see that your cost per purchase is increasing. So if you are getting sales for, let's say $10-15 initially, even though it will ended up with $10, $20, $25 or $30 per purchase. So if you do not have enough profit or the margin, in that case you will have to drop that product and cannot scale it like big time. Okay, so I suggest start aiming for products with $30 or more profit. Now let's see what happens if we if we change this MRP to 60. See, now our profit is $41, margin is 68%, break-even ROAS dropped to 1.46, which is very achievable in dropshipping business. So even though if you are making a bit slightly higher, so you'll be making 6 figures in no time. Okay, so this is something very crucial and you should not be ignoring, because I suggest aiming for ROAS below 1.5. So now if we are doing $41 per sale, we are breaking even, but you will have other costs, like when you run a business, big business, you will have to pay your salary, your VAs, or any other employees you run, your customer support. So in that case, $41 per sale will not get you anything. So technically we want to have at least some margin in the company, so that we can still afford to pay for other fees. So here my suggestion would be to aim for at least 50 to 75%. What I wrote here is 50% of profit. So even though you can afford to lose $41 per sale, but technically when I launch this product, I aim for 50% of that profit, so that I can still live with another 50% of the margin. So you see here, for 68% is our margin. If we allow $21 per CPP, that means that it still leaves us with $20 in profit, and still we have 50% of that margin, which is 34.25%. So what this allows me is to calculate my profit so pretty more predictably, because if I get one sale in $21, this is the one matrix I look at when I set up a Facebook ad, one or two metrics, ROAS and CPP. So I know that $21 is my target, $41 is my ceiling, 1.46 is my break-even ROAS, and if I'm hitting those numbers, like if I see that okay, this product after launching 5 or 10 ad sets, if I see that okay, CPP is below $21, that means I'm still making at least $20 profit on this product. When I see that okay, CPP is getting higher, $30, that means I'm still making at least $10 profit. And when I see that okay, my ROS is over 2 or so, I can definitely be sure that I'm making money. I don't have to do the calculations all this time. Okay, so this spreadsheet alone will help you start more organized way. When you start finding more products, try make a list like this and start putting your numbers like the way I showed here, and then from there you can select which one you should aim for or not. Of course, you should be very vetting this price. It's not just fictitious, because if you just write down any random price, people are not going to buy it if they don't feel that this product is worth of this much money. Okay, so that's important, because if you if you come up with a solution which looks like a cheaper or $10-15 product and you price it for $60, it's not going to make any difference. Okay, so definitely products have to be worth of that MRP, at least in the eyes of your audience. So that's how you should do the margin tracking. I'll leave a copy of this spreadsheet in the description, so that you can click on this link and make a copy and use it for yourself. Now coming to the actual product research itself. I'm sorry it's getting a bit longer, but it's very important for you to understand these steps that I discussed, so that you can do the product research in more accurate ways. Okay, so first, how to find products regularly. You will see many videos in here in YouTube that there are a lot of softwares out there, programs which gives you a list of pre-approved or pre-selected products which you can plug into your which those people call that okay, you can just take these products and start running a profitable business, which is I believe that it's a bullshit, because there's nothing like that, because they are just selling you a solution. And if you think wisely that this access same products list is going to hundreds of thousands of people like you who are in the same business. So what is your differentiation? What is your catch? What is your edge? How you are differentiating yourself from others? Nothing. You are simply looking for an easy solution, even though you should not, because if you find a product which is being tested at the same time hundreds of other marketers, that's not going to get you any result, or eventually you will fail. So I suggest not going after any software program which will give you a pre-populated product list. So rather, I would say follow a more tedious process, but it's definitely worth our time. So let's see how we do it. Number one is maintain a go-to list for Facebook pages. Here, this is my product research tracking sheet, which I use with my team. And what we do here is we made a big list of all the potential sites that we can find, we can think of, or we can or we believe that these products, these sites, or these Facebook pages will launch profitable or launch new products every single day, so that we can spy on them. So how you start finding these sites is very easy. When you go to Facebook, when you, let's say, this is for mostly for our local market, but it's very similar. You can do it for your one as well, which is not a big deal. For example, I am taking one example here from that list. So how you make this list, a bigger list like this? So how you make a big list of sites like this? It's very easy. When you come here and like any site, it will suggest you related pages underneath that. Okay, you can scroll like this, and then from there you can go to the another page and like that page, and more related pages will be popped up here, and just jot down those pages in a spreadsheet, and you are all set. You don't have to look for products ideas every single day. Just assign somebody to visit those pages, or do yourself and look for these products, new product ideas. One hack is to look for the ads that these pages are running. For example, here in the gear based this example, if we go to page transparency and see more, you'll find that okay, this page is currently running ads. Go to their ads library. So if it's a very bigger page, you cannot scroll down all the products pages or the posts they published. So rather, what you want is you go to their like this products library, which is available for many other pages. You can see what are the products that they are advertising. Even though, so when if we see that okay, this product is actively running on November 1, that means this is something this is something working very well for them, and that's why they are using or advertising it for a long time. So that's another sign for you to come up with new product ideas. So this is our number one strategy for finding Facebook pages. I could give you this list of products here, but that would be wastage of time, because millions of others will be downloading the similar list and will look for products. But I suggest doing your own research and make your own list. That would be beneficial for you in the long term. Now the second strategy is to use tools like Turbo Ad Finder. Probably many of you are familiar with this tool, which is Turbo Ad Finder. It's a Chrome extension. What you can do is install this in your browser, and when you activate like this on Facebook, it will I'm not going to explain it further because it's very easy. You can learn it from anywhere. When you activate this Chrome extension and you go to your Facebook news feed, and if you scroll down and down, instead of seeing the post, you'll only see the ads. Okay, and one hack for making this strategy work very solidly is to like those pages, like these pages or these Facebook pages that you find. Go to their website and visit some products, add them in the cart, and then come back. Okay, this way obviously those sites will be targeting you on Facebook. So when you activate this Turbo Ad Finder and scroll down your Facebook newsfeed, you will find that these products pages are showing in your newsfeed, and you can get new product ideas from there automatically. Okay. The third resource would be to use Alliexpress Dropshipping Center. So many of you probably are not aware of this. So there is a program called Dropshipping Center for an Alliexpress, which is like this. If you go there, Alliexpress has a list of site products for the dropshipping business with some key figures, numbers. Here you can see here the products. You can sort them with orders up, DS orders, when dropshipping orders, price, and all these things. Okay, so now You can see here this product price $670, 70 orders, the drop shipping among them 629 is drop shipping. So I suggest is looking for moderately higher numbers, not just sort them by big number quantity and then just grab that product. That would be a wrong approach, because you see here this product is 7,762 orders, which is way higher than this one. But definitely probably this has been explored by many other marketers probably by now, so we'll definitely not be going after this one. Rather I would see go after this one if our price and quantity and the other criteria met our demand. Okay, also you can take any Alliexpress product here and come to product analysis, and here you can paste the product URL and click on the analyze. For example, I took this example here, then I come back, enter the paste the URL, click on analyze. You can see here there's number of orders per day, so that gives you an idea of how well this product is selling. That is also an indication whether you should pursue this product or not. Another hack is to go to your product listing, come back here and look at the product customer reviews and see if the reviews are from US or not. Okay, if you see many US reviews, that's a good sign that this product is popular among US people. Okay, so this is number 3 of our this basically 3 approaches we follow to find the right products. When you get organized, this will become more easy for you. And lastly, I'll end up this video with another slide, which is verifying the demand of demand and saturation. Obviously I talked about one strategy already, which is Alliexpress Dropshipping Center. If you are working on Alliexpress products, you can come here and see the recent orders. That's one thing. And also I covered Google Trends. If you come, the one way of verifying the demand is to get the product name. It's not like you take the entire name, just get the idea of what is it. For example, in this case, personalized custom calendar keychain stainless steel window anniversary gift. So obviously this is a trending product for Valentine. So I would, instead of finding searching for keychain stainless steel, I would rather search for Valentine gift or anniversary gift related keywords in Google Trends to see whether this niche has a demand on upward or not. Okay, it's not like grabbing a product name and then verifying the demand. No, that would be wrong approach. To find try to think about the niche behind this product, what niche is this product is. Okay, and then search those in Google Trends. And lastly, one other site is watch count, which is mostly for eBay, but still it's a handy tool for you to verify this product demand. So here in eBay you can see the categories from eBay. You can come here and look for products. So you can search for this product niche keyword and see how many peoples are watching in watchers. So at least I would like to see at least 500 plus watchers for top 3 or 4 products. Okay, so the more watchers you see, the higher your chance of getting so the more watchers you see, it's an indication that that's a good market to enter. Okay, so this is also important. Verifying the demand is and the saturation. The saturation is something like, okay, if you find that Alliexpress products, like for this one, which is 30,000 plus orders, which is definitely a saturated product, it's definitely not in our target high ticket margin. So even though it's a high number of orders, but the price and the perceived value, it's no way looks like a 30, 60, 50 or $60 product. That mostly it can be $8 to $10 products at max. So there is a very less chance that you will be able to succeed with this product. So I suggest staying away from this product. Okay, so this is basically it. If you have any other questions, please do let me know in the comment. If I miss any other point, or if also let me know that in the comment. I'll get back to you. And in the next video we'll discuss about store setup and advertisement. Okay, so till then, have a good day.